Hello my dear students, hope all of you are fit and fine. We were discussing Suvira on the previous day, and the portion that we discussed, we learned from that portion that the writer or the author, she has taken the first person narrative point of view, and she is saying that she had come from Calcutta and was really not habituated with the chilly winter season that she had to face in Delhi after her family had to transfer from Calcutta to Delhi because the reasons are important. You please go through that. I'm not explaining all the things again. Yes, I will revise, but in the revision classes, but not now. After that, what happened? She came there. I mean, Delhi. She joined a new school, and we have already discussed how much difficult it is know to go to a new place, to make new friends, to get acquainted with new people, new system, new culture and everything. Okay, and to make an individual identity, that is so very necessary but very much tough. And she was going through that problem I would not say, that kind of tension she was going through. Her circumstances were not very much smooth. And there was a girl Suvira, I mean there was a sport competition kind of thing was going to be held, and Suvira was one of the most popular athlete in that sports competition, and she was continuously pushing herself into the thought, or into the courageous thought that I can also do. Who knows, maybe I am better than Suvira. Everybody is saying that Suvira has a record, and I too had a record of winning, so maybe I am better than Suvira, who knows. So she was somehow trying to gather courage, she was somehow trying to be determined, and ultimately she decided that she would give her best. Okay, so let's continue. uh, After then, the 800 meters race was announced. We drew lots for our lanes. The lanes are there now. And I got lane 3. I had picked the lane right next to Suvira, who was running in lane 4, side by side. Not a very auspicious start. So it was not a very favorable start. Auspicious meaning, yes, it has been given. See, favorable. So you go through the meaning. So can consult a dictionary whenever you want. A slight tremble shook my dwindling confidence. So her confidence was getting decayed. Okay, already. And again a slight tremble. Why? What was the reason behind that tremble? That she got the lane just next to Suvira. I admit that for a fleeting moment I actually considered feigning a faint right there and then. So for a fleeting moment means for a very brief moment she thought that, oh my god, how much tense the situation is, I should pretend that I am getting fainted, and in this way I can escape this situation. But this would have been an escape only. Nothing would be achieved through her by her if she had done that, right? An escape, I think this is the work of foolish and coward people. Who escapes from situations? Who are coward, who are not courageous enough, who are not brave enough to face any kind of difficult situation. They try to escape difficult situations, right? So see, for a brief moment she thought that kind of thought crossed her mind. But what did she do? Let's see. Uh, but I could not let myself down that badly. Exactly. Could I? No, I may be a lot of things, but I am not a chicken. But chicken here is not that chicken mutton that you eat. Here chicken means a coward. So I may be foolish. Lot of things means what? I may be a lot of things. Like I may be foolish, I may be an idiot, but I am not a chicken. I'm not a coward girl, that I know. So why am I thinking like this? I cannot think like this. I cannot, I cannot insult myself in this way. Just after that she thought that and decided that. Um, come on, I coaxed my cold leaves as I did another round of quick springs. So see, she kind of persuaded herself, she kind of convinced herself, pushed herself that no, you can do this. You can do this, you cannot think in this way. Are you coward? No, no, so you cannot think in this way. Uh, Wait, I'm just yes, and after that she did a round of springs. Springs means jumps. Those kind of warm up we say na the athletes do before participating that thing. Okay, I had so much to prove and so much to achieve. Her courage was getting stronger, her determination was getting stronger in this way. If you go through the lines, if you go through the sentences, you will understand. Yes, she was in a dilemma, she was nervous, which was very much normal because everyone was just praising Suvira as if Suvira was a heroine there, okay, a celebrity. But so you will obviously feel like can't I do anything? Am I nothing in front of this figure named Suvira? So this kind of tension, this kind of nervousness is quite natural. But at the same time, she was trying to convince herself that no, I am not useless. I have also achieved certain things. Maybe these new people they do not know about me, but I myself know about I know about myself. So I need to remember those things and I need to gather courage. I can't lose hope. I need to give my best. After that we will see what happens. You see, not only was I new to the school but also my family and I had come away from Calcutta in what I viewed as unfortunate circumstances. So in the situation they arrived in Delhi, according to her that situation was really unfortunate because she was having these kind of tensions continuously. That's why she felt that the situation is really hostile. Suddenly, our comfortable lifestyle had vanished, and she has expressed, see, so many things she had to lose. I knew my parents were putting a lot of financial pressure on themselves by admitting me into this good but expensive school. I had to live up to their expectations now and mine as well. I have got cold badly. Anyway, so what happened? She was aware of certain things that they had come to a new city. Not only our narrator, but also the whole family came to the new city, and it was not difficult for her only. It was difficult for all the family members as well. Okay, she knew that very well, and at the same time, she also was aware of the fact that this school where my parents had somehow admitted me, this is a very good school, but at the same time, this is an expensive school. So they are taking a lot of financial pressure on themselves. Um, uh, when you are shifting from a place to another new place, already there are some financial pressures, okay, generally. And after that she knew that my school is expensive, they are trying their best to give every best thing to me, and that's why I am in this school, I'm standing here. So it creates a kind of pressure within you that I need to I just can't make them hopeless. I just can't I have to fulfill their expectations. They obviously have certain hopes, certain expectations, and I cannot fail them. These things are very much natural to grow within you. Okay, I don't know whether you have faced these things. I hope no. But when you will grow up, even if you ever face these things, you will understand that how much natural this is. As a grown up person, I can say that this is just an example. This situation is just an example. There are so many other things which can create within you a kind of tension or kind of pressure that we need to do this, not even if not for myself, at least for them. Maybe parents, maybe friend, depends on situation. Okay, I hope I'm able to make you understand what I'm trying to say. If not, you please let me know in the live class that ma'am, whatever you said we could not understand. Okay, I will explain there also. It would have been good if we could converse this with each other. Here in the video I am just explaining na, so you remind me if you are having any problem to understand, you remind me about the portion in the live class. And mine as well. So she was aware of her own expectations also. She had some expectations from herself. That is why she was getting determined. She was gathering courage that I can also be better than Suvira. Who knows? So she had some expectations from my herself, and she was aware that my parents also have some expectations, and I cannot fail any of us. I would compete wearing my old battered spike. This portion has already been explained about her shoes, since I could not afford a new pair. I would wear my old spikes and I would win. Dear God, I had to win. So she was aware of all the things, all the problems or disadvantages, I would say, that she had, but at the same time she was willing to win. And after that she is saying, dear God, I had to win. Mean it's compulsory, it's kind of compulsory for me to win, for myself, for my parents. I cannot lose the game. Okay, they are doing a lot for me. Oh, your marks, the starter's arm went up. The whole school ground went deathly quiet. They say they do this. I mean, the starter. They do such things now that on your mark, they raise their hand. Such things have been explained. I crouched down. Crouch meaning has been given, but I think you read this word in the 3 questions, if I'm not wrong. So I will ask you the meaning in the live class. I crouched down behind the starting line. I tried not to look over to my right. Why? I tried not to look over to my right. Why? I'm not explaining. I want this answer from you. You remind me in the live class. But my eye caught the dark arm that had tensed, ready for action. So there was someone. Dark armed means maybe it is referring to the skin tone, a kind of dark skin tone of that participant, and she or he was totally ready. Her posture was full of her posture was kind of tensed but totally ready for action. Okay, whenever we appear in an examination, a little bit tension is very much natural. But the most important thing is there are some students who are absolutely ready to get the question paper, and there are some students who are not so well prepared, so they are like afraid. Okay, the fear part is more in them. So this particular person or participant that the narrator is talking about, wait, I lost the portion. Yes, her arms were tensed, but at the same time she was ready for action. Action means what? Run. Get set dot dot dot. I looked up then, every sense mentally circling lane 3 and fixing on the finish line. So she got line 3, row 3, lane 3, and when she heard those words, get set, she looked up. She was not concentrating on anything else. Every sense mentally circling lane 3, and so all her concentration was fixed into lane 3 and the finishing point. I mean the ambition, the aim, the destination. I was going to get there first, ahead of everyone else, everyone including Suvira Mathur. Why her name has been mentioned separately? because she had a record. That's why. My right leg was extended way back, the posture before starting the race. My shoulders poised forward. Poised means, self-assured, self-confident kind of. Okay. The tips of my fingers resting on the red track, ready for takeoff. The whole portion, it shows that after hearing the words get set, she was totally confident, she was ready to start the race, and her posture also showed the confidence. Her main motto was that I will reach that point, the finishing line at first. Even before Shubhira Mathur, the heroine of the show, at least till now, even before her, I will reach that line. I mean that portion, finishing line. And she was totally ready to take off, means to start the race. Go! The starter's gun went off and I was out of my blocks almost immediately, racing away. The race was started. There was no one on my left, and more importantly, there was no one on my right. I was ahead and sprinting away. The roar of the crowd was deafening. It was very, very loud. The roar of the crowd was so loud. Deafening means it was so loud that you can hardly hear something else. And the most important thing, when she started the race, she saw that there was no one at the right side, no one next to left side. It means she was running alone. What does it mean? The other participants didn't start the race. No, actually there was no one ahead of her, beside her. I was thinking of nothing now, flying, free, released. Then my ears began to register a throbbing sound, a beating kind of sound, a strong beating kind of sound. I frowned slightly as the single voice of the crowd's chant became clear. Now you guess, I would just discuss up to this. You just guess what was that chant of that crowd. Okay, after that we will continue on the next day and we will finish the chapter on the next day. I am not... yes, this much is enough for today. Because most of the students didn't watch the video in the previous class, and you just complete up to this, and whatever query you are having, you ask me today. I just don't want to discuss more than this. I hope you will be prepared today so that we can finish the whole chapter on the next day. Okay, so bye bye. We are going to meet in the live class. We will be discussing there only. Okay, bye bye.